I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
You're watching FNN, the FUKK News Network.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers.
I think it's time for us to call the doctor. Not just any doctor. We need a doctor. A doctor for this.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Happy 40th anniversary to this badass masterpiece album. SHMACKEMAGOB.
SHMACKEMAGOB, it's time for the only news that matters, and I want to thank Vinny Russo for that awesome SHMACKEMAGOB intro, and I'm with you, brother. I also think The Elder is a masterpiece, and everybody out there that doesn't think so, that's fine. But really, I don't give a rat's ass. It's a masterpiece to me and Vinny, whether you like it or not. And if you want to send a SHMACKEMAGOB intro, send it to this email right here, and I will put it up in order it was received. Alright, so let's get into the only news that matters. Rush has just released a kick-ass pinball machine. I love the promo they brought out, and it just looks awesome, man. Look how cool it looks. And here at the only news that matters, we have a Rush pinball machine contest. That's right, if you're the first person to answer this question, which is, what is the first song on their album called Moving Pictures? Another hint, it rhymes with Bob's Lawyer. Whoever gets it first gets to buy me this pinball machine. The winner gets my address and then goes to this website to purchase them for me. Best of luck, everybody. And now some sad news. Budgie's Burke Shelley dies at 71. The singer and bassist of Budgie had faced a number of heart problems in recent decades. In 2020, he announced that he had been diagnosed with an aortic aneurysm. He declined surgery because of the high risk of the procedure. Budgie was very influential on many bands. Metallica covered Crash Course in Brain Surgery, and Bread Fan and Iron Maiden did I Can't See My Feelings, and Van Halen in the early club days would cover the song In for the Kill. So my deepest condolences to his family, his fans, and his friends. Rest in peace, Burke Shelley. Alright, next story. Former Europe guitarist Key Marcello blasts Poison and calls them assholes for ripping off his song. He had a band back in the 80s called Easy Action, and they had a song called We Go Rockin'. He said Poison took the chorus of that song and put it in their hit single, I Want Action. Now, the only news that matters is getting to the bottom of this. We hunted both those songs, and let's see if there's any similarities. Well, there's no denying that, yeah, they totally ripped that off. Why would this guy admit this? I mean, does he have no shame that he came up with that chorus? I actually think this guy's an awesome guitar player. But still, what the fuck, man? Why are you going to take credit for that shit? Alright, next story. As some of you may know, Tony Martin did an interview with me a couple weeks back, and it's been picked up by many news outlets like Blabbermouth and Classic Rock, but Loudwire picked it up, and this was the headline. It says, Tony Martin says Black Sabbath tried to oust Ronnie James Dio during Dehumanizer sessions. He never said anything like this. This is pure clickbait. Loudwire should rename themselves to Loud Liar and hire Sammy Hagar as the head writer. Next story. Violence just released a song called Flesh from Blood from their upcoming EP, Let the World Burn, and man, does it rule. I was a little worried there, man. Violence is my all-time favorite thrash band. And when they first released like a Dead Kennedys cover, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't Violence. And then I saw some bootleg, some guy with his cell phone film a show a few months back and they played a new song and I was like, even though it was a cell phone recording, so probably is better. But this song, Flesh from Bone, was awesome. Now that's the violence I love. Can't wait to get this EP, even though it's taken forever to come out. And it's a shame it's a fucking EP. I want a full album now. Damn, I waited long enough. I guess an EP is better than no EP. Next story. Metallica hits 1.3 billion in 2021 Spotify streams. That means they'll be getting a check for like $6 and change. Next story. Kiss is releasing 2004's performance from Virginia Beach. And it's part of this From the Soundboard collection they're releasing. And what's really cool about this is that that first one, the Japan one, sold enough for them to continue doing Off the Soundboard. The vinyl comes in green, which hopefully will hypnotize some of you people out there to throw your green at the album and buy it so they can release more soundboards. And anything between 73 and 83, I am interested in. I will buy, but I'm going to have to pass on this one. But for everybody else, stare at that green. This lineup has Gene Simmons, The Copycat, Cheater Chris, Franken Ace, Fake Fraley, and Paul Stanley of Kiff. Next story. Trixter drummer claims some members have no desire to put the band back together. And that means I have a lot in common with some of those members. Thumbs up, guys. Keep up the good work. Next story. Jeff Scott Soto says he has no idea why he was fired from Journey. So Neil Schon came out and explained, saying, hey, me and Jonathan just don't think you were working out, so that's why you were fired. And I can totally understand why they did that. See, I saw Journey with Jeff Scott Soto, because I think Jeff Scott Soto is the best singer they had in Journey after Steve Perry, but most of the people that go to shows today really don't care about band members. They just care about clones. And when I saw Jeff Scott Soto with Journey, he wasn't trying to be Steve Perry or sound like Steve Perry. Sounded like himself, and it worked. But we live in a world where people want to hear somebody that sounds like Steve Perry instead of an original. Same reason the people go see Kiss. They just don't care. I saw Journey with that little Filipino guy, and hey, he can sing. He can sing just like Steve Perry. And that's what people want. It is Neil Schon's band, so whatever he wants to do with his band, go right ahead. Just like I'm going to go right ahead and keep my money in my wallet when you come to town and skip it. Next story. A cat has gone viral for resembling Queen's Freddie Mercury. Man, what a slow news week. And yes, it does look like Freddie Mercury. You know, if the cat didn't have a mustache, it would resemble me. It's uncanny. Next story. Sammy Hagar was named Tourist Ambassador to Los Cabos, Mexico. I see this article here has a typo. It says Tourist Ambassador. Anyway, at his Tourist Ambassador speech, he reminded everybody again that he was in Van Halen, and also talked about how the Experience really wanted him to join the band after Jimi Hendrix died, and how Quincy Jones asked him to re-record Michael Jackson's Thriller so it can sell records since the first one was a bomb. And Sammy said he has 20 songs left over from the Standing Hampton era. He said the problem is that these songs are on a cassette or maybe a DAT tape, and I don't think there's a machine that would play it, he explains. If I found an old cassette that said it had 10 songs on it that I never released, I'd be scared to death to play it because I'd lose it. It would be like, oh no, it ate the fucker. So I don't know, I'll probably go professional and have it baked and all that stuff. Oh please, Sammy, let me bake it. Give me those tapes so I can bake it. I will do it for free. Just as long as you're not there when I do it, because I'll bake you too. And now it's time for viewer mail. The first letter I got was from somebody called Whistling Z Pickle. And Whistling says, hey, stop talking about Sammy Hagar. I'm sick of it. Seriously, it's bad enough I have sand in my vagina, but you talking about the Red Rocker this way hurts my little feelings. Alright, final story. Judas Priest has announced that they're only going to have one guitar player now, and Andy Sneap will return to producing. Andy said, Rob called me last Monday and said they wanted to move on as a 4-piece, which I find incredibly disappointing after this amount of time, but I respect his decision, and as they obviously have a vision how they want this to play out. I sure ain't liking how this is playing out. Jesus, man. Judas Priest is known for that double guitar attack, trading off killer solos back and forth. And I know that he burned a lot of bridges, but damn, come on. Stop playing footsies and bring KK back. But then again, like I was saying earlier about Journey, people don't care. And if you think I'm wrong, you'll be proven right if their next tour as a 4-piece doesn't sell any tickets. Then you're right. But I have a feeling I'm right. Oh man, Judas Priest without 2 guitar players is like Kiss without a frontman that isn't two-faced. So that does it for the news, my friends. Happy 22 to everybody. And hey, check out my podcast, the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast and the VIERA Vault. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't and click that notification bell. Right on, everybody. Stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and SHMACKEMAGOB.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.